Hi beautiful people, it's been a while. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And for those of you who have been here with me all this time, I'm so happy that you've stayed with me. So I'm just doing a quick meal today. I just decided to check in real quick. I'm gonna take my leftovers and make it into a brand new meal. So I made some black bean noodles. It's my first time trying these black bean noodles. Let me show you what it looks like. Black bean noodles. So I made these. I won't say I'm a fan of it, but I made Asian style noodles with it, and it did taste really good, but I'm not too sure if I'm a fan of the texture of this noodles. But you know what they say about leftovers, especially as Caribbean people, that bun at the end, at the bottom of the palau, that stays there all day, and then you get to the bun, that is where all the flavor is. Well, I'm hoping that this black bean spaghetti that I made yesterday, that it's able to infuse now, and it's going to taste a whole lot better. So I'm using my leftovers. Let me go grab it. All right, so here are my leftovers, and I'm going to bring this back to life by steaming it. You're probably hearing that noise in the background. That's my steamer. It's actually ready. So no microwaves to me. So if you don't know anything about a steamer, it's pretty simple. You have a pot with water at the bottom, and it comes with almost like a strainer at the top. That's where you're going to put your food, and then you're going to cover it, and it's going to steam and bring it back to life. It tastes way better than microwave food, and you know that it's going to heat it up right through. Whereas in the microwave, you end up with hot spots and cold spots, and a whole bunch of other reasons why we don't use the microwave. But the steamer really brings the food back to life. So I'm just going to pop this bowl into my steamer, cover it down, and bring it back to life. And when I do that, I'm going to put it in my rice paper. All right, so I'm going to add maybe some kale, whatever is in the fridge, whatever you have in your fridge, you can add to your Asian style noodles or whatever leftovers you have. So in my fridge, I have some kale and some avocado. So I'm going to use those noodles and kale and avocado and make it into brand new lunch with this rice paper. So if you don't know how to use rice paper, I'll give you a quick tutorial. I had my kettle on with some water. All you need is some hot water. Dip it in there. Do not leave it for long. Dip it in and it will become pliable. Then you just add your stuff and wrap it. It's so simple. All right, so yeah, watch me bring yesterday's lunch to life. So as you can see, my Asian style spaghetti / noodles is steaming. And while that's doing its own thing, I'm going to massage some kale. Whatever type of kale you're using, it's really important to massage it. It helps it taste better and it helps with digestion. All right, so I'm putting my hot water into a bowl, and that is to dip my rice paper. Okay, so I have my avocado ready with a little bit of lemon and salt, and here I am dipping my rice paper with one hand. Now, you should use two hands because as you can see, I almost lost this one, but I was able to bring it back to life because I did not dip it for too long. All right, but you definitely need two hands for this, but I was using one hand. I was able to salvage it, so all you have to do now after dipping it in the hot water is to assemble. So you can assemble any way you like, but just know that whatever you put at the bottom is what will be showing up at the top. So this is how I assembled for one of them, and I just did a variation of that. Okay, so sometimes I started with kale, sometimes I started with avocado, and here is the finished product. It's so good. Trust me, doesn't that look delicious? I just cannot wait. Like, they don't call me the chubby vegan for nothing. I just have to bite into this right now. It's so good. And outside of that, it's also cost effective. You're able to save money by eating a meal that you made yesterday, but you get to trick your mind by remixing it into something brand new. It's all done, and let me be honest with you guys, I've already taken a bite and it's so good. And as expected, those black bean noodles, they really soaked up the flavor, so it tastes so much better today than it tasted yesterday. Also the texture of the noodles, because they've been saturated in all the Asian juices that I put in that Asian stir-fry meal that I made yesterday, it's been able to soak that up to the point where the noodles are more pliable. I didn't like the texture yesterday, but today the texture is perfect. So yeah, you cannot over boil black bean noodles because it kind of smushes together. So I don't know how else to get this nice texture without leaving it overnight, but I'll keep experimenting. So anyway, here it is, my remixed meal. Like I told you, I couldn't resist and I took a bite already. So good. It's so good. Trust me on this. So I hope you try this recipe. Bye, beautiful people.